what do you then think about OpenClaw and OpenClaw, which OpenAI basically absorbed the talent, and Nvidia released NemoClaw, which adds enterprise-grade security and sort of safety features on top of, which is basically an orchestration framework that's free and open source. You can have chat interface, it can spawn other agents and manage them. What's your thought on that? And that potentially being a Maestro risk, given it's
Well,
open source, NVIDIA is putting its weight behind it, OpenAI absorbed the founder of OpenClaw, and you bet your ass that they're working to incorporate that into their OpenAI ecosystem.
yeah, I mean, if it's free and it's open source and it's going to be a really strong agent that can go off and kind of do these different things. To be honest with you, that sounds like something that Maestro and they would probably just build into their platform, right? Daniel Dines has said like open source is what they prefer, or I think it was a couple years ago when they were first building out Maestro before they even launched it. Like open source LLMs was where he was focusing because they were cheaper and he didn't have to worry about getting locked into a specific kind of LLM. Right now, obviously, Maestro has both. You can use open source, you can use these paid models, but if you're telling me that like OpenClaw is going to become kind of the commoditized or go-to open source individual agent, I would expect Maestro to just bake that into their platform.
And for OpenClaw, obviously, no enterprise is going to use it because there's no safety features on it. But at GTC, Jensen literally had a large section about NemoClaw, which is their implementation of OpenClaw, NVIDIA's implementation of OpenClaw that adds enterprise security. It adds, you know, ability to do local compute to set such that some information is never exposed to the internet. It has the ability to manage what the agent can do, what it cannot do, and the various safety features which enterprise require. And NVIDIA is focusing on this, just like their CUDA AI library. They're focusing on NemoClaw for the agentic era. And if NVIDIA is working hard on building NemoClaw, which is a Maestro competitor, and it's free and open source.
Yeah, I'll
I
jump in
think
here.
that's something that market is not thinking about currently. Market is just thinking about Claude.
Yeah, so I think that the very reason that NVIDIA is pushing OpenClaw and launching NemoClaw and the actual AI labs are excited about OpenClaw is the very reason that companies are going to choose UiPath Maestro over OpenClaw. And that's the fact that OpenClaw just burns through tokens. There is no reason to have a super expensive smart intelligence, which I talked about a lot earlier on this call, I think before you were here, Magnus. There's no reason to have a super expensive intelligence doing things that a lesser, cheaper intelligence can do. And the cheapest intelligence is RPA, which has the intelligence to repeat the same task over and over again perfectly. So the very reason why NVIDIA wants as many people to use OpenClaw as possible and are creating the support with NemoClaw is because, like Jason Calacanis said in the All In podcast, it started to cost more in tokens per month than an employee costs. So we're talking over 100K in token cost per year running OpenClaw. So if NemoClaw can be a bit more efficient and make sure that it's doing less useless stuff and create some audit trails and stuff, like, yeah, sure, that's going to cause more people to experiment with it. And some companies may use it. Some companies will use it for sure. But like Phantom said, if there's anything it can do that UiPath can't, since it's open source, UiPath can integrate it and UiPath can do everything that it can do. But then second, the fact that you can for things you need to do over and over again, which there's many things in enterprises that are repeated. That's what a business is. It gets better at doing kind of the same thing every day. You're going to eventually start having the cheapest intelligence that can do every task. So every task is going to eventually sort down to the cheapest intelligence that can do it, which is going to create an even bigger market for robotic process automation than currently exists. And your comment that like an AGI or the ghost of Claude, an artificial superintelligence or something, is just going to be able to do everything and just spin up all the tools. It's like, yeah, that's very possible. But why are you going to create a brand new screwdriver? Like, why would you have Optimus from Tesla build you a brand new screwdriver before it screws in the screw, and also build a new screw as well, when you already have a screwdriver and a screw there? It's like you're just going to tell Optimus, "Hey, use the screw to use the screwdriver to screw in the screw." You're not going to rebuild the tools from scratch when they already exist. I don't
That's
know.
absolutely true. 100% agree. One thing in OpenClaw is that you can basically have different models for different levels. Of course, you don't want a PhD doing a simple task of ordering foods. But in OpenClaw, you can have, Kimmy, Moonshot, Kimmy K 2.5 do cheap task. You can have Opus do complicated task. You can have different agents that are different price level, and you can have cheap agents doing most of the sort of trivial stuff. By the way, I don't mean to sound negative or bearish. I am long path. It's a meaningful holding for me. So, but I am simply evaluating all the possible downsides and constantly evaluating, is my thesis wrong? Am I My thesis is the era of agentic, and they seem perfectly positioned to profit from it. But so far the narrative has not caught up. So I'm simply poking hole in my own thesis and speaking to some of the leading voices on it to hear their thoughts on the holes that I'm poking. Thing is, their current cash flows and their next few years' cash flows are very secure and safe. But the market is likely pricing that the cash flows in year 5 to 15 are, at risk. And their focus on large enterprise and not focus on up and coming companies, which will likely disrupt many of the larger enterprises, exactly puts cash flows in years 10 to 15 or 5 to 15 at a higher risk. So they're currently playing a go to market strategy, which makes it them more vulnerable to disruption, which is what scares me.
Just another point. I work for a publicly traded company. I try to download Claude into my work computer, and it was banned. So I guess that goes to show that companies don't just blindly accept all of these models and let their employees use freely.
Yeah, it's a really good point. These big companies are not going to be adopting these technologies that are viewed as risky. They're going to go through a trusted partner like UiPath. Um, yeah, I think the market is just like very wrong about this story.